The Justice Department versus Google, specifically over digital advertising. Sounds like the DOJ is really pushing hard now.
They are, yes. The DOJ is formally asking a federal judge to force Google to sell off key parts of its ad tech business.
This follows a court ruling.
Right. A judge already ruled that Google illegally monopolized parts of the online ad market. So now the DOJ is pushing for the remedy phase.
And what exactly does the DOJ want Google to sell? Which parts?
They're targeting two main things: Google's publisher ad server, that's the tool websites use to manage ad space, and its ad exchange, which is the big auction house for buying and selling display ads.
How would that work?
They proposed a phased approach. Start by making Google share real-time bidding data from its exchange with competitors, then move to full divestiture. They had a deadline earlier this month for proposals, and there's a hearing set for September.
What was the core argument the DOJ made that led to the monopoly ruling in the first place?
Well, the trial was back in September 2024. The DOJ argued that over, 15 years, Google used acquisitions and rigged its ad auctions to build and maintain dominance.
Rigged auctions.
That was the allegation. They argued Google controlled the whole ad tech stack, hurting publishers who rely on ad revenue, hurting advertisers, and ultimately harming competition and consumers who get free content supported by ads. They focused particularly on Google's control over selling banner ads.
And how is Google defending itself against this breakup demand?
Google's fighting it hard. They're saying the divestitures the DOJ wants are 1, unworkable, 2, incredibly disruptive to the whole industry, and 3, just not legally justified by the judge's actual findings.
They think it goes too far.
Way too far, in their view. They argue their tools work together and offer value. Google has admitted some trust issues came up in the trial, and they seem willing to accept some kind of monitoring to prove they're sticking to any promises, but they say a breakup is just unnecessary and damaging.
Now, the judge, Judge Brinkema, she apparently had some doubts about selling everything the DOJ wanted, particularly the ad server.